the Bill and Scott Cubicle Show with Billy the Kid and Scott Tang.
Cubicle Show. Cubicle Show. Cubicle Show. Cubicle Show!
It's the Bill and Scott Cubicle Show. Yeah? It's the Bill and Scott Cubicle Show. Yeah!
I'm Scott.
And I'm Bill.
And this is
the Bill and Scott Cubicle Show.
Live on location. You see, we're in a different spot.
Asia.
Somewhere.
So good thing I got my smog mask on.
Oh, wow. Are we going to have our first appearance from G-Dog in like 2 weeks?
He traveled
right
all
here?
the way to wherever we are in Asia to
flew
come
out to the
be
Asian
on
continent
the
to
show.
meet with us today. Here he is.
I could hear you all the way at my desk. You guys are way too loud.
Oh, wow.
We have succeeded.
You come into a room and you can yell and scream now. That's great.
Oh, it's so good. How do you feel about it? I could try to adjust this so I could get your mask in there too,
Dude,
Bill.
look,
There
how
it is.
hard do I look right now?
Where is this?
I'm going to
This
rip
is
your eyeballs out.
We determined
What's
somewhere
that
in
little-
Asia.
Yeah, wow.
Or, extra.
Interesting.
No idea what that backdrop was for. But,
I just wanted to say hi. Continue on with
Oh.
the Cubicle Show.
Thank you.
Everybody loves it. At least today.
for the time being.
So I got this sweet mask from Rock Nation.
There's G-Dog, his first appearance in 3 weeks. Hopefully it won't be another 3 weeks.
Ooh. This is causing the lighting on my eyes to go berserk.
Alright, so we got a lot to get to today. Does Drake have a son? Did Drake get called out? What's going on with Drake? Is he getting exposed? Snoop Dogg
the
is
whole
now...
neighborhood knows you and they'll expose you.
Ooh.
That's from Guilty Conscience.
Snoop Dogg is now in the world world record holder. Roseanne getting canceled. Why that happened? Walking Dead. Are they about to change up their cast?
Changing the straight game.
Change the cast of The Walking Dead. If that happens, I think it's over.
Oh, hi, Laurie. Thanks for checking in.
Laurie.
If you like my mask, I'm sorry. It's hard to breathe with it on. And I also can't really sip from a drink that easily with it on.
Well, you know, he had the mask because, you know, he was here to do work.
Right.
And there's no better
And it
way to
definitely-
do work
It helps you.
than with the XO weekend mask, you know, that you get from Rock Nation. Wow.
I'll put it back on because, you know what? Some people maybe didn't see it. And I see how freaking... I'm about to crush some skulls!
I think that at the start of every new topic, like when I go through and I switch to screenshot to say
Put the
what
mask
you
back
gotta put the
on.
mask on for like 30 seconds.
And then we go hard!
in the paint.
Okay.
So Drake, let's get to it. What people are... The two big things, one of the two big things that people are currently talking about right now is Drake getting called out.
Drake and his freaking love child! His porn star, baby! Yo, I'm a totally different person with this. Okay, so from now on... From now on, we need an extreme opinion. Yo, that's what it stands for. Extreme opinions
Holy
from
crap.
Hard Work Bill. That's it.
Oh my god.
I didn't realize.
Oh,
I'm sorry.
God.
I need a second to collect myself. Woo.
Bro.
Trevor,
you're too
thanks for
much.
checking in.
Yo, you're too much, man. You are way too much. In a
I'm
good
on
way.
I'm
Holy
on one
crap.
right now.
That was
All right,
good.
let's bring it back.
Okay, so Drake, right? He gets exposed to Pusha T's this all he puts out called Adios or something like that, which is
What is it called? The story of Adidon, which I think
Adidon,
it's a mix of Adidas and Adonis.
exactly.
So that's why I think it's a D-Don.
Because Drake was called out for having a kid that he was rumored to have like a couple years ago, but everybody just thought it was rumored. That kid's name is names again, real quick. Adidon and Adonis, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so Adonis
think
is the
Adonis is the
son's
kid.
name,
Yeah.
and Adidon was going to be this Adidas collection that Drake was going to put out with his son, and this was how Drake was actually about to reveal his son to the world through Adidas, through this big like promotion and everything. But Pusha T came in and spoiled the plans ahead of time.
Blew up his spot?
Yes.
Is this a theory? Is this a stay woke moment, or is this like a fact?
No, this is like I guess like big facts.
Pretty much. Okay.
Like within the industry, I guess. I mean,
More or less confirmed. Not just.
it's not publicly like.
conspiracy theory spitballing right now.
Yeah.
I can't. Wow.
I'm not
Jeez,
conspiracy.
I need my mask back on
I'm
so I
not-
can get my head on straight.
This is no conspiracy theory. This is like the actual talk, and this has been the talk like for the past couple years. Like, when Drake was rumored to have that child, like, that was, like, the real thing. People just thought it was rumored. The whole time I thought it was real. Like, I didn't know the kid's name or anything like that. That could be all rumored. You know what I mean? But the fact, like, that's, like, been the big thing.
That's how it's showing through here.
So he puts out this song, disses him like crazy. What you got?
This is the response to Drake's Duppy freestyle, which he put out 4 or 5 days ago.
And Duppy means, like, ghost.
Okay, so I didn't know that. Thank you for enlightening me. I listened to both of them back to back this morning, and I was like, all right, this Drake. People were kind of giving Drake some crap for being like his freestyles weak. I thought it was fine.
That was good.
But this Pusha T diss track goes hard. He goes in on the secret child, who he says Drake is a deadbeat dad who's trying to keep his kid hidden. He talks about how Drake's dad walked out on him when he was 5, so he's got like daddy issues.
Mm-hmm.
And then he goes after Drake's producer, making fun of his multiple sclerosis and saying that he like the clock is ticking on his health. So people are like, wow, okay, this guy crossed the line.
And
here.
Today is MS Day too, multiple sclerosis.
Is it really?
Yeah. So
wow, I doubt he did that on purpose.
I don't think he did, but it happened. It just happened like that.
Can
I throw in one thing? Yeah. Can you pause real second?
Yeah.
Also, he dissed his mother as well by saying, hey, look how he cleans up his father and parades his father around and doesn't show you off. Ooh. That was in there, too, when he was like the whole Sophia thing, because Sophia's his baby mama.
Well, right. People were saying that he, like, went too far. I saw this tweet. It was like, if this was high school, Drake knocked Pusha T's books out of his hand, so Pusha responded by sending nudes of Drake's girlfriend to the entire school. Like, that's how much to the extreme that he took it. I think maybe the multiple sclerosis thing is a little much, because first of all, A, that's not something this guy can control, and B, that he's not Drake. Like, your producer has a disease. Whoa, hard. That's a hard shot you just took there, man. I think that's kind of lame and weak and cowardly. But the rest of it, I think, is all fine.
I don't think that there's any issue with anything that he said. Yeah, it's messed up, but you know what? Battle rap is supposed to be about being disrespectful. If Drake didn't want it to go personal, the whole time was about ghostwriting and like record deals and money being split up. It never got personal until Drake called out Pusha T's fiance on the Duppy freestyle. So once you make it personal, once one person makes it personal, in my opinion, from somebody that's like been into hip-hop for a very long time, loves beef, loves the battle rap, loves the whole competitiveness in it, once you bring family into it, all bets are off.
No more, is it? It's a different ball game.
And then this is a true battle. Like, what do you got, Drake? You just been put up against the walls. Now it's time for you to confront it. You're going to have to address these issues. Even the picture that put out to promote the song was Drake in like blackface.
And apparently that was not Photoshopped.
No, it's not Photoshopped
like a real
at
picture.
all. Because the person that took the picture spoke about it and said that he was proud about the art that Drake was creating that. What that was, we don't know. Drake is going to have to speak about this. So Drake, for the first time, he's got his back against the wall.
Kind of on the back, but I don't disagree with anything you said.
And also, Drake goes on to say, I only love my dad and my mama, I'm sorry. Right? In God's Plan, the charity song. Where's the mention of his son? Maybe he is a deadbeat dad.
What if it's not really his kid, though? Have we considered this?
What if he's not? Well, then you're going to have to come out and, like,
you got to do a DNA test. You got to go on Maury and prove it.
It don't matter because it's like in the Ether freestyle, or in the Ether diss toward Jay-Z, half the things Nas said in there was just made up stuff. Like when he was like, Rockefeller died of AIDS. That's like, that didn't happen. But because it was said in a song, people just took it as gospel. You know?
I think when you do this stuff, I said earlier, when you play, do you play to score points or do you play to win?
Play to win.
To win! Thank you! And that's why I know I kind of kicked this off, and I don't want people to get the wrong impression. I kicked it off by saying that the MS thing is kind of messed up.
It is totally messed up.
But I also think if you got stuff to say and you mean it, why would you hold back in a situation like this? You want to... Like, Drake has to come back hard if he wants to top this.
Like, me
and
personally,
that's the way it should be.
I wouldn't have touched the MS thing, but if that's what Pusha wants to do, I mean, this is battle rap. It's supposed to be disrespectful, and that's really disrespectful. Like, very disrespectful. Yeah. That's about as disgust as you get. But when you look at Pusha T, you really, like, want it with a guy like that in his 40s. You think he's like, you're like, come on, you've heard Pusha T. If you know hip-hop, you know Pusha T. And you know that this stuff, like, was coming like this. Like, absolute most disrespect. So, I mean, that's what I got to really say about that. Like, and people want to say, did he go too far? I don't think he did go too far.
I don't either. Like,
it's a battle rap, you know what I mean? It wasn't personal. So let's talk about the other big thing, then we can move on to, like, the Walking Dead cast changing and everything. So Rosie, what's her name? Not O'Donnell.
Her name is Roseanne, and she's the queen of racist Twitter, and she got everyone fired! There's an extreme opinion.
Yo! Holy crap.
Okay, so Roseanne, the revival of Roseanne was the most watched show on television this year. Not just on ABC, but on all networks, and it is canceled. Because Roseanne hopped on Twitter yesterday or the night before and was comparing a former Obama advisor to an ape, which is not, okay. That's not cool. That is racist. So she, ABC, were like, all right, your show's done. I have a problem with that because if you want to fire Roseanne, that's good. That's great. You can't just say whatever you want without fear of repercussion. Freedom of speech, yeah,
it
but
applies always.
Not freedom from consequences. People seem to misunderstand this. But don't take it out on the other people. Literally every single other person who worked on that show and had nothing to do with that tweet. And we're not just talking about cast members, because it was like, Wanda Sykes is like, oh, I'm not writing for that show anymore. That's fine. That's your choice. You do that. One of the girls was like, oh, I'm about to quit the show. But then it was like, oh, don't bother because we're canceling the show. But not all the cast members responded that way. And what about the crew members? Like, what about all these other people that are involved in the production of this show that are now being taken down and out of a job because of a tweet that Roseanne said?
That's the problem of having a show revolve around one person for the whole time it's been on air. When every major moment with the show includes one specific person, it's kind of hard to transition it to somebody else. People get mad when they changed the mother. When the mother changed in the Fresh Prince, I was done with the Fresh Prince. And that was just the mother change. That wasn't even the Fresh Prince changing. I just think that, it's unfair to everybody, the cast members and, the runners and the writers and the cameramen and the producers. A lot of people that are out of a job right now. And that's very unfortunate, which is also why Roseanne should have that more in her thoughts. She knows how much that show revolves around her.
True.
She knows how much money she got to bring that show back. You got to be aware of that stuff. Like you said, freedom of speech, consequences. She could say what she wants. The network has the right to respond with how they want to respond, and that's how they chose to respond. It's crazy to think that an employer has less power than the employee. When someone's writing your checks, you got to go by their rules or take it to another platform. So Roseanne, if you think that you've been screwed over and things are unjust and all these people say that what happened with your show is unjust, take your show. You've got money. You can produce your show, right? Put it out on yourself. Put it out there. There's plenty of platforms to put it out there.
She probably doesn't have the rights to it, though. I bet you ABC owns the rights to it.
Well, then that's your fault for signing it away.
I don't...
It's bad business. That's her fault. It's her consequences she's got to live with, and unfortunately it affects everyone.
Yeah, but see, I don't think it had to affect everyone, though.
But what are you supposed to do? How you can't keep a show going that revolves around just one person.
Well, like I said, I don't know of a good solution, but I feel like ABC, within hours, they were like, all right, show's done.
Maybe they're still paying out the people on there.
Take a couple days to think about it. And if you're going to pay everybody, they renewed that show for a second season after the first episode because it was so highly rated. So if you want to say, all right, we're going to cancel the show, if you really want to do the right thing, because Bob Iger, the CEO of Disney, who owns ABC,
and that's another reason it's Disney.
There was only one thing to do here, and that was the right thing. I don't understand why canceling a show is the only one right thing to do. I think if you really want to do the right thing and do right by everybody, if you don't want to fire Roseanne and try and rework the show, which, sidebar here, why don't we, you mentioned Mom Swap and Fresh Prince. Why don't we keep it Roseanne? Why don't we just get Betty White to be Roseanne? How would you, look at Betty White and John Goodman. Power couple.
Because nobody's going to care about it because Roseanne's the star of the show. Lover or hater, Roseanne Barr is the one that makes the show.
That's fair.
She's in every scene. Everything that matters with that show is about her. And some scenes with John Goodman. John Goodman can't carry that show alone.
I think he could. You ever seen John Goodman? You see 10 Cloverfield Lane?
But that's
that
not
guy
the show.
Is a living legend.
The show's Roseanne.
I understand. So, all right. So if you want to cancel the show, and if you want to do right by everybody,
she should have to pay everybody. She should be responsible for everybody's how they're going to support their family.
Maybe
for the
in some
next
sense,
couple
but
years.
you can't make her do that unless you take her to court. So I think if Disney really wants to do the right thing, they cancel the show and then they pay everybody anyway. Everybody who was planning on having this gig. Disney's got the money to do that.
Absolutely, it's freaking Disney.
That's the right thing to do right there.
Listen,
if you want to take, but not only that, you're not doing right by fans of the show in that case. There's no way to make everybody happy.
No, there's no way, and nobody's ever going to be happy in situations like this. Roseanne messed up.
She did.
Crazy.
She did, but I don't think she messed up enough to cause as much pain for as many people as this is affecting. That's what Take it out on Roseanne.
But how are you saying that the pain? How are you saying that the pain over here is bigger than the pain over there? You can't justify which pain is.
It's simple utilitarianism.
No,
X number of people are in pain over here. One person over here.
Yeah, but her comments affect people.
Yeah, sure, but
they do. That's life.
But she's got to be punished in some capacity.
Yeah, we're Heineken territory.
But
all the way right now.
Not really. No, don't punish the people that didn't do anything.
I get that, but that's the problems that come when you have something that's based around one person. If one person's the structure and it falls, then it's all done. You know what I mean?
So this is why it's a good thing Meghan Markle's marrying into the royal family because the Queen of England needs to go down.
Yeah, she's a vampire. We already discussed that. But, and also, Kyle says, also on ABC, and I think that's the biggest thing. You know who Roseanne is, right? Roseanne is more right than she's left, right? Disney is definitely more left than it's right. We know this. This is just common knowledge. I think the biggest mistake was going to ABC for the Roseanne show to start off with.
Did it air originally on ABC? It did.
I don't know
and
if
that's probably
did.
why they probably still have the rights. I don't think you're going to get that away.
You know what I mean? But that's your biggest mistake. You know what it is. So I mean, it's crazy. And then Genevieve says, pretty sure the short term paid blah blah blah.
I don't know. I don't know the rules, the legality of the regulations governing payment. For what they signed on for, but if they hadn't worked out contracts,
but there was no guarantee
2,
that there would have got a season 3 or anything
right,
like that.
True.
So
season 3 is
I think
but the season 2 that was promised, it sucks.
Yeah. All right. So
welcome to America 2018.
Can we touch on that good enough?
I think we rubbed it down real nice Some Twitter fingers there.
Okay, get your damn mask.
Okay, so next topic.
All right, so it looks like The Walking Dead, speaking of cast changes, and this could be a big failure, just like The Fresh Prince with Aunt Viv, there's a chance that
Andrew Lincoln is about to bail on the show. The star of the entire series, the main character since day one, is taken off because he's a little baby who wants to do other projects. How do you think the cast and crew of Roseanne feel about your freedom to work in America?
I need to be a professional wrestler.
You turn freaking as red as your
ass. Oh man! Oh wait! There's more.
Oh my god!
Dang it.
And furthermore, you're not even an American, buddy, so go back to your own country if you're just gonna serve the Queen.
Okay, now I'm done with that.
Just go ahead.
It's gonna make me lose my voice.
Just do whatever you want.
I'll lay this out. Oh, jeez. I'm starting to lose it.
Oh, man. Got a broadcast interruption. We need to restart this Wi-Fi for tomorrow's show.
Oh, no. Dang. Yeah, because the live streams that I was watching from Fly were a little bit iffy earlier, too. So, Andrew Lincoln, who plays Rick Grimes on The Walking Dead, is planning on leaving after the upcoming 9th season. I guess he's only going to do 6 episodes in this season because he wants to pursue other things. He's been with the show for almost a decade. The ratings are failing. People don't like it as much as they used to. It's kind of a dying show. I want to say, personally, I do think it went off the rails a little bit halfway through season 7 up to about halfway through season 8.
What'd I say about a year ago with the show? That they need to end it ASAP before it loses how good it was.
But they brought it back, though. The second half of season 8 was actually quite good, I thought. Now,
it's good to have good seasons and non-seasons. It's just when you're so good for 5, 6, 7 seasons in a row, then, I think that's the problem.
I think you already hit on a lot of this with talking about Roseanne. When the show is structured around this one character, I'm pretty sure this is going to be the death blow for The Walking Dead. If
absolutely.
Lincoln leaves, he's probably the best actor on the show in terms of like acting skill and
especially with his son being dead now.
Right? Yeah,
you know what I mean. It's like,
Carl's
because that would have been the only.
Dead.
If that's a spoiler alert,
it was
now,
6 months ago.
I don't even care because that would be the only logical way. I think that show could have been passed off to a new person and make sense.
Yeah, you're right. They really kind of screwed themselves by killing him off because they could have. Because I believe in the comics, Carl becomes the main character. It becomes like his story. They jump forward in time, as far as I know. So they could have done that, but they tried to make a bonehead move to get, like a gimmick for ratings, basically. Oh, we're going to kill off Carl. And so that's backfiring, and I think that they kind of deserve it. I don't actually have any ill will against Andrew Lincoln for wanting to leave. You can only do the same job for so long. And, he's a good actor. He should be able to pursue other things. They're offering Norman Reedus, who plays Daryl, a big raise, and they're going to be like, you can be the lead on the show now. He'll be the star of the show, which is cool. And I also think it could be a good thing for the show. This maybe could have good implications for the series as a whole, because for the past 2 seasons, Daryl has been written like an utter moron. He's just like a grunting caveman, and nothing he does makes any sense. So if they put the focus on him and we get some actual real character development in him, and he becomes an intelligent, just kind of badass like he was before, then that would be awesome, because he used to be the coolest guy in the show and now he's annoying. So bring that back, and that will stem the bleeding, but I don't think very much.
All right, so is that it pretty much? Because our stream keeps cutting in and out like crazy.
That's it for Walking Dead.
We just pretty much lost all of our viewers and everything.
Right. Yeah,
so
it completely froze.
All right, so we're out of here. I don't even know if you can hear this right now, but we'll be back at it tomorrow, hopefully with a better stream. We're going to go restart the Wi-Fi's, all that stuff.
Freaking broadcast interruptions. I would put my mask on and give an opinion on that, but
I'm
losing my voice.
Jam's Facebook page, Monday through Thursday, 10:30 Eastern Time.
Because that's the only time. Wait, hang on. Just give me one leg.
We froze again.
It's fine. Because we can still do it on YouTube,
Oh, yeah. Because we still take
see it on the VOD. Because that's the only times on that murder.
1. Cubicle Show. Cubicle Show. Cubicle Show. Cubicle Show! That's what I'm talking about, boy! Bill and Scott Cubicle Show. Yeah? Bill and Scott Cubicle Show. Yeah! Bill and Scott Cubicle Show. It's the Bill and Scott Cubicle Show. It's the Bill and Scott Cubicle Show. It's the Bill and Scott Cubicle Show. Cubicle Show. Cubicle Show. Cubicle Show. Cubicle Show. Not a rectangle show. Not a triangle show. Not a pyramid show. It's a cubicle show. Bill and Scott Cubicle Show. Yeah? Bill and Scott Cubicle Show. Yeah! Cubicle Show. We just gotta 1. Boy!